go to this place. You will be assigned not all the places, but some of them. And you don't start shooting right away. You meet the person or the family. You find out what is interesting about them. You can have the camera with you. Maybe even try a little bit. Just so that they get used to the camera. But you take your time. Then you retire, and you talk to each other about the focus. And only then you start filming. It's a nice little story. Got a good feeling about the protagonists. I have no idea what they were talking about. I assume they are talking about their pics, and maybe.
Feeding to the big.
Feeding but you realized a good feeling. You realize that I don't feel like an observer. They're just there. They talk to each other. And it's around little. I'm not talking about the single cuts. Copy will talk about that. I'm talking about the story as a whole. It was a little story. Just from seeing it.
What you might have to think for a beginning for a start. You see, if somebody walks away from me. It suggests to me he's leaving. a bit. Right? It's just. It's not a big But if you manage to have somebody I don't know maybe if we see him coming it's better for me. I feel better. It's a better opening. Than if somebody walks away. As a cameraman, I always have to think of my dear friend in the editing room. Right. I do something like this. He finished the work, and he moves away with his hands. That's fantastic. I just leave it the moment as it is. Just a couple of as long as possible, because that for Gabi will be the point where she cut to a different scene. if it's too short, if I stop or follow him again, then she has no chance to edit. I have to be brave enough as a cameraman to let people go out of and wait a little moment before I continue again. If I'm close on these two hands, and I think, well, I saw it. I shake back, make a long shot. And she knows immediately what the intention was, right? That this. I don't stop the camera. Keep the camera rolling for sound and for everything. But I just move back, make a long shot.
I also found it's a little bit problematic. First of all, there is a little pan that goes away of the guy. So I'm wondering what's coming, but then we go back. So this pan is not so. It's also a pan that is a pan and not a pan, because it's not clear what the camera really wants to focus on. I would not edit like this, because the problem is the first shot, there is this little man totally on the right side of the image. And then from this long shot, that's a little bit difficult, because afterwards we have this extreme close-up of the feet. So it creates for me kind of a weird understanding of the space. Because sometimes it doesn't matter just the edit in the flowing. Sometimes also it matters the two shots to view in a graphical way. So the colors are important, what colors are here and what colors are there, how the composition of the image is in a graphical way. So this is also very important. So it could be a bit smoother having another size of the shot, or the first composition differently too, because this man is so on the right side, little, and then the feet are so permanent in the middle, so everything is a little bit jumpy. Sometimes there is this discussion between the director and the editor, and of course the director wants more succeed with his story, so she would fight for this shot, and I would fight for a nice editing. And then after it happens, as an editor, you have to agree to the director, because it depends what kind of style you're doing of film, but it might be much more important to have the story, and in this moment happens something very important, and then you do it.
When a third person comes in with new eyes, who doesn't know the story before, sees different things, has a new opinion, is more professional also, of course, if this person is as professional as Gabi. So if you can edit with, especially for bigger pieces, of course, and real films, go for an experienced editor. He makes all the difference.
Going down, he's having angles like here from below, which makes things more visual, more interesting. There are lots of close-ups, we know where we are, and he does one very interesting thing. You know, before we were talking about having people going out of shot, hands out of shot. Here we have the other way around. He's coming in the shot, which always is, which as well is very important for editing. You know, it's the same thing like having people going out or having movements going out with movements coming in. Makes the editing more, the chance to have a more fluent editing is higher. There are certain things we call magic moments. That's a little magic moment, this little goat going to eat that's something that just happens and you got it. These little things make things more alive. That makes us having an experience that the audience lets me dive into the situation and live with it.
I don't think these two shots together are not quite working well for me. When I read the image, I'm not looking at this left side house.
The thing just is that this one attracts me very strongly because colors and bright parts attract my eye more than others. And if this would be a red house, I assume, it's theory, but I'm quite sure it would edit a bit better because it's red, I would go in. So if it's not the case, maybe if we would have another detail or maybe two more details before we come to this shot.
Then there is one cut that goes from a very brownish image to a totally green image. I would not edit like this because for me it's a question of color match. You can do this if you finish a scene and you open up a new other scene and it's a clear cut, we're somewhere else.
Long shots like this one, wide shots, they need, for the audience to see, I need more time than a specific close-up. There are so many elements that I have to see, and for that reason, for me, this is far too short.
I love the scene with the telephone. This guy is repairing, and you could have stayed longer with that because that really characterizes the person very much. You had difficulties because you were shooting with the DSLR, so we cannot expect better sound. Maybe that's where Stefan wants to go on.
It's a good idea. We were talking about active and passive camera movements, right? You use this character here as your pan trigger. You pan with him. But if you are telling me at the same time a moment with Jahir, I sort of think for a second, this must be Jahir. If you are panning with people, you're absolutely right to use elements in the image to trigger your pan. But of course, panning with somebody who is very like this green yellow shirt, suddenly he is important because we're following him. So in a case like this, it could be appropriate to do an active camera movement without something triggering it. Because you say there is a road, and look, there is a shop. It's a bit confusing because I always try to follow an action. Somebody starts something working on the motorbike, and I never. There is no current story told. I'm jumping around in this workshop, which is a bit difficult because the audience always tries, we always try to find a logic behind the things that we see. I have to stick a bit with an action and follow it through, and so that I have it afterwards. You know, maybe I say, now we are doing the scene searching for screws, screwing them into the motorbike.
Because mainly of three reasons, beside the protagonist, is respecting space, time and action. So it's for me hard to get a sense, and also a sense of space, because I hardly see the whole space.
The 3 W's, right? You don't always have to start with an establishing shot. That doesn't always have to be the first shot. I've seen this many times now, you know. Of course, we have to know where we are, but I can start with a close shot of the motorbike being repaired, and later, so, at the right moment, I see, this is the shot, right? Because it's actually more interesting to go into a story, not with an establishing shot, not with the wide shot, but with something that attracts my interest. For our camera friends, this is a typical backlight problem if the sun is shining onto the lens. Then these situations, like this, 2 people standing there looking at each other, that's exactly one of these situations where we as camera people are really, it's very demanding. Because I want to see this man as well, right? I always want, because if I would, to myself, always try to behave the way I would behave if I would stand there without a camera. If I am standing there as me, without a camera, I immediately, if one person says something, probably I look at the other person to see his reaction. I don't only stand there and look at the person who's talking for hours. I look around, because if 2 people are in conversation, to have the impression of a conversation, I need to see them both. You actually move with your camera towards, but in your movement you zoom in. That's the only time you zoom.
As an editor, to make the rhythm flow better, I would cut to an emotion of the other guy. That could be sometimes between where the cameraman makes some close-ups of the other guy. Maybe it could be a smile, maybe it could be like this, agreeing that he understands what the guy, you know. And then also from this nice scene where he's sitting and it's so peaceful, you cut into his walking. So it's very abrupt.